Alright guys, coming at you with a new video and new type of video, and then since Cordero showed me how to screen record. And doing this video for the card guys, and it's going to be about the deck I played at Nationals, and most of you know it by the name of Trap Queens. This is a deck that I was inspired by a random list my friend Dan sent me in a PM saying this is really cool, and it was like a Trap Tricks artifact and hand and serifs, and it was really odd, and I just was like, Dan, let me make this better because I always fix his decks, and I was like, all right, let me make this in a better idea, and I threw in Halberd, and I took out the hands at first, and I ended up making this monsters of a deck that I just kept on tweaking it. I played in like six or seven tournaments, and before I actually went to nationals, and made sure that I was ready for the event. And I was really hesitant on playing this deck at the event. I wanted to play Shaddolls because I have been playing it for quite some time now since it was released, and it was the deck I got my invite with Shadow Artifacts, and it's a stun deck. I like stun decks, and I like slower decks that usually just outpace my opponent by blowing them out with background. And Necroz kind of fold under background. So I was like, what cards really hurt Necroz? And this card just says you can't trish me, and it's really what it comes down to in this deck and how it wins against them. And people will always say, oh, this is a really odd choice for a card against Necroz because it does nothing to them. The hands don't. Well, the hand can break out of Unicore, the Fire Hand can, but the Ice Hand doesn't really do much to them unless it's set a bluff. And usually whenever they see this a set monster, they think it's the chair late game, and it's usually a Fire Hand. But let's go into the deck basically into a deck profile on the updated list. This is not the list I played at Nationals. This is a list I was tinkering around last night when I was playing against Noah and a bunch of other people that wanted to play on DN. And I was testing a few cards. Well, I took out DNA, obviously she's not here, and replaced it with Jirageto. This card says during the player's battle phase, you can special summon this card from your hand and then gain 1,000 life points. And during the player's turn, you can sacrifice him and target a monster on your side of the field and it gains 1,000 attack. Basically, this is an extra halberd, and I wish I would have had this for the event in at Nationals or WCQ. This card is amazing in testing so far, and I might bump it up to 2. I took out Compulse just to see how it flow at 40 cards. I really like Compulse in a big event like that because it helps clear things out of the way and make sure that I can actually hit with Halberd and stuff like that. So it's not a bad card, even though against Necroz it doesn't do as much. But even against them, you want to bounce their Brio off the field when they try to summon it or things like that if they already use their effect in their turn. And it's never been like a bad card. It's my favorite trap card, so I really wanted to play it. Obviously, I took the Max He's out because I realized that Max He's not doing what I wanted it to, and I just put a Dark Hole in and a Compulse from my main deck into side. Also, you see that I put a rank 5 in, and it's a Diggerjack. I do not own one, but I wish I would have had one for the event, along with the Giant Hand. I like this list a little better than when I played at Nationals, if any of you guys were wondering that. This deck is just Rex most decks. BA is the struggle matchup, because most of my stuff is destruction. This card does nothing to them usually. This card barely does anything to them. Mirror Force hurts them a little bit if they already used their effects this turn, but that's about it. And Mind Crush is mediocre against them in most situations. It doesn't do what I want it to, and Nightmare Hole does nothing to them at all unless he summon an Alucard or a Virgil, and they still get to draw a card. So that's the deck right here. If any of you guys are wondering like why this deck's been so popular at the moment, because you might see it around your locals, because I've been preaching about this deck for like the longest, and I got a feature match at the World Championship qualifier, and I won that one, and I really wanted to put it out there, and I did, and I seen that top 64 in the South America event, and a lot of people have been sending me messages about thanks for the deck list and thanks for being innovative, and it really makes me smile because I'm glad that I made something that makes the format a little more diversified, and I love it. Basically, your win con is the stick in the chair. Once that goes off, it's normally game. You can attack for 3,400 damage with 2 chairs and a stick, along with whatever you have on board, and usually it's a halberd, and he searches for another copy himself. So this is why this card is like literally the best card of the deck. People's like, oh, take this out of the deck. Why? It's not really worth it. Or the hands, and they all have their own place in the deck. And once you play test it for a while, and you'll realize that almost every card in this deck has its own little place. DNA, and on the other hand, she was literally there for late game, and if you ever drew her in your open hand, you were kind of sad because it really does nothing by itself. That's why this card does a little better for that, because I don't know, it kind of does what Halberd does in most situations. If you clump with monsters, it helps make a rank 4, which we can stack Mermelio, I can stack a stick, I can dump Thunder King and bring it back, things like that. It just gives you more variety, and that's why I like the special summon from hand monsters, and it kind of fills clumped hands. Last night I played against Noah, and he challenged me to a shadow duel. Well, game 1 I scooped the towers turn 1 because he was playing Towers Turbo. Basically, this was our game 3, and you see here that he was just talking about what he played against my deck at locals because somebody was there was playing it, and they beat him in game 3, and he was playing across. And apparently I'm the new national champ. And basically he said he was FedExing my trophy, and I told him his soul was mine because we were having a shadow duel. As you see here, he didn't really have much to do. He can't play around Bottomless and Time Space at the same time, and he doesn't play back row. So as you see the trade in engrave, he just tries to get towers that fast, which he did very well with the Wavering Eyes. That new card from next set that you get the promo from the special editions. Basically, if you want to see the deck that I played, you can go right here and type in Trap Queen's Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't even have to search up the deck list exactly, and it will pop up. And right here it is, and it's Robbie Cole uploaded this on the Limit Gaming. I also got a shout out on the Euro streams about a variant of my deck, and he was playing a variant of Shadal's with Trap Tricks and Hands, and he liked it, and it did pretty well at the event. I really think this deck is going to be one of the best decks in the next format, along with Clown Blade, which is very similar to this. The format's going to shift to where Necrob's going to get hit, Shadal's are going to get hit, and Khalifa Force may take a hit, but I doubt it. Maybe just lose a turn, might go to 1, but things like that. And I think the game's going to become more of my kind of pace. I really want like this kind of pace of deck. I can't really say much about it. Clown Blade is just a consistent rank 4 deck that literally just abuses Lavalva Chain at the beginning, and people think he might get hit, but I don't know why they would do that before we even get the cards. And there's apparently a new loop with they were doing FTK with burn damage with Lavalva Chain and Dagosa Emerald, and it basically recycles those. But they might get hit to 1 just so that loop doesn't happen anymore. But it's 1 deck, so I don't know, and it's inconsistent. I really think that with this next list that's hopefully going to come out tomorrow or sometime today, we're going to see a shift in the meta to where I can play and not worry about getting trished every game. So I might go back to playing, Inzectors again like I really want to play. And then I can just take things out of my main deck that I normally wouldn't play, like Veiler, Maxi, so I can, play at my speed, which is trap based. There's not much else to say about Trap Queens except for I'm glad to hear all the support for the deck, and I'm glad that I actually get a shout out from the Card Guys and a bunch of other people want to share my deck, and a lot of the pro players and people and tell me they like my deck and they might be playing at the next bigger event. So that should tell you something there. If you guys want to if you have any other questions that I didn't somehow answer with this video, just PM me directly. Go to my channel. I'm going to be uploading another discussion video about more of the Divan list whenever it comes out, and what inspired me to play in Zedgers and stuff like that, and stuff like that. Basically, I have a lot of deck profiles in there, and I'm going to start doing more discussion videos since Cordero helped me out with this whole screen thing a while ago, and I just finally learned how to do this, so I can do dual videos now. Really looking forward to this, and I'm kind of excited, so I may do another video tonight on Dual Network or Yu-Gi-Oh Pro if I can get it to work. And basically, I want you guys to do a little homework, and I want you to test this card in like a rank 4 deck, or a deck you make it yourself, and I want you to try to make your own variant of a, I don't know how to explain it, maybe an anti-meta deck, and try Yura Ghetto. He's just really good. And try multiple destruction, try to find something that's really good in besides Shaddolls like Uriel did. And I really like that deck, and I need some multiple destruction to try it out. But thanks to the card guys, subscribe to them, and go to my channel at Faircloth 23 is my channel name. And thanks for watching. Peace.